I know there's a lot of guys out there doing video game reviews like the Angry Video Game Nerd and RMake21. I love those guys to death, and I'm not necessarily trying to steal their thunder. What I am trying to do, however, is to share with you one particular game that forever darkened my childhood and probably contributed a great deal to making me the psychological mess that I am today. It's not the shittiest game in the world, although it is shittier than a Mormon prom. But what it is the most nipple-twisting, nut-aching, hair-pulling, ulcer-causing, butt-itching, frustrating motherfucker of a game you ever saw. And that game is The Adventures of Bayou Billy. Now, The Adventures of Bayou Billy is, as I said, a frustrating game. But what many people don't know is that it's also the hardest game ever made. Now, I know some people will come forward and tell you that, like, the Gradius games or, the Ghosts and Goblins, they're a real challenge. They don't know what they're talking about, because I fucking guarantee you that nobody has beaten The Adventures of Bayou Billy fairly. I mean, not without, like, some kind of emulator or a game genie or divine intervention. This game is fucking hard.
So there it is. You'll see there's Game A and Game B. You don't know what those are. There's a jukebox mode, and the first ever instance, I think, of voice in the game. Listen.
The Adventures of Bayou Billy.
Okay, and there's Mr. Big. I think his name is like Roland or something. Anyway, he's like, Billy, I got your girlfriend. I guarantee you. I'm gonna take her back to my estate and make her my bitch until you come down to there, and you're gonna beat up all my henchmen, and I got helicopters. And Billy's like, oh god. And it takes her off in a truck, and then the game tells you very happily to, use the controller, which I would never have guessed that. So there's Billy, and you'll notice that first thing right off, that this game is funky cool. It's got this soundtrack that gets stuck in your head for fucking years. I mean, why else would I buy this game again? It's totally pathetic. Look at this guy. I actually had to hunt down this game because I had this song stuck in my head. So, you'll notice right away that Billy is a fucking pussy. He's got two attacks, a punch and a kick. Oh my god, make it stop. It's the music. This is so funkadelic. Anyway, Billy's got two attacks, a punch and a kick. The punch being a short-range attack that doesn't hurt, and a kick, which is a slightly longer-range attack that doesn't hurt. He's got a drop kick, too. You'll end up using the drop kick a lot. Look, I just beat a turkey out of that guy. Evidently, he was just eating KFC, saw me coming, and stuck the turkey leg in his back pocket, and I just beat it out of his anus. So, another one of the most effective tactics is you'll see that Billy's kick always lands squarely in the guy's nuts. So there we just take turns kicking each other in the balls till one of us falls over. I think that's some kind of Eskimo thing. And then, evidently, he has these trained hawks that are coming out to get you. And now you go into my favorite part of the game. Well, not my favorite part, but, a good part of the game. The water, where you get attacked by gators. Yeah, gators. You can actually fight alligators in this game. And the only way to fight them is, you think maybe you kick them from the shore, or get a gun or a stick. No, you can't do that. You got to get in the water, waist deep in the water with the gators, and then you have to punch them. Now, you could actually bypass these gators, but more on that. Now you'll see these three Bluto-looking idiots they decided to attack you with boulders over their heads. And they got me. That's embarrassing. So I decided to skip ahead a little bit, and now we find another part of the water where, of course, there are more gators, and of course you can't skip these guys. And I just beat a knife out of one of the gators. Of course, it doesn't do you any good because you can't stab downward with the knife. Every time you use it, you just throw it. And for some reason, I seem to think that the knife actually has a shot here, so I'm going to keep attacking them with the knife and not hit shit. Now, the only tactic is to stand there like a dope, in range of the alligator's bite, and punch them. And that always ends up getting me hurt at the same time I hurt them, and I just beat a turkey out of the alligator's ass. That's good. Would you really eat that? I'm trying to find the turkey now because I'm so low on health. I'm going to eat swamp turkey I beat out of an alligator, and I couldn't find it, and I die. So, Benny Hill time. This is my epic struggle with the two alligators, where I'm just standing there punching the crowd. I beat sticks and a bulletproof vest out of the alligator. Oh, Billy, you're such a badass. Just stand there punching, and this is actually the best tactic, is standing there holding your fist out and hoping the gator runs into it. Oh my god, come on, Billy. And the gators are just playing possum now. They're just floating around, waiting for the moment to start. Oh, I got the thing. Jesus Christ. Fucking gators. The only way to beat up these gators reliably is to get the stick. And I don't have the stick, so I'm fucked. Come on. Who punches out a gator? I think Billy would have some kind of taser or something. I don't know. Oh, I got a stick. Oh, look at it. Swamp ninjas. Swamp shinobi on the right there. Oh my god. I'm beating swamp ninjas to death with a stick. And they just jack me in the head. And I'm gonna drop kick the swamp ninjas. Come on, you guys. What is Shinobi on the right doing there? He's just standing there, like, rooting the other guy out, and he beats me up fine.
Now, I remember Bayou Billy being really big as a kid, and playing this game, I'll be damned if I can remember why. All I do remember is that A, it had a bitchin' soundtrack, and B, there was this huge marketing campaign behind it put up by Nintendo or Konami or whatever company made it, starring some kind of Crocodile Dundee Cajun motherfucker who was always all manic and wrestling alligators.
Where'd you get your hands on Konami's new video game? Starring me, that Rachel Cajun. Bayou Billy. For the first time ever, Konami combines hand-to-hand combat with driving, shooting, and of course zapping. In one swamp, stomping adventure.
And that is, once you get to the second level, you realize why it tells you to use the controller in the first stage if you picked Game A. And that's because in the second stage you get to crack out Nintendo's most underused peripheral. I had to dust this out of a drawer somewhere. The Zapper.
So this is like the only game that ever featured the Zapper other than like Duck Hunt and Hogan's Alley. So I'm like, this was awesome as a kid, and it was good, yeah. Now, I had to use the controller for the emulator, but if you had to use the Zapper, I actually think you were worse off, because in the boss fight ahead, you'd have to pull the trigger so fast it would give you carpal tunnel, like a John Woo movie. So apparently Rupert, the bad guy, has this army of paramilitary operatives with bazookas. Oh, and an attack helicopter. So there it is, and right away you'll see that there's no way to stop the chopper from shooting. You can't stun it, nothing. So you just gotta pull the trigger as fast as you can and hope you win this war of attrition until the chopper's health goes away. And if you're slow at all, it's just gonna waste you. Hey, victory theme. And that being done, you think we're finally gonna move on. You know, we're gonna get out of here, and there's Mr. Big. He's like, oh, I see you beat up my attack helicopter. Well, I got hundreds more. Uh-huh. I tied up your girlfriend. I'm gonna give it to the gimp. Mm-hmm. I guarantee she's gonna suffer. Now, stage 3. Finally, we're gonna get to Mr. Big's estate, or we're gonna go to the city, and we're gonna use the controller, and... Oh! What the fuck, man? I'm back in the swamp? Can't we make any kind of progress whatsoever? I don't want to fight Cajuns and Gators anymore. And it's just really more of the same. You're just beating random objects out of people's asses, and you know, you can't ever fight anybody reliably if you don't have a weapon. Because if you're in somebody else, if you're in punching range, you're in somebody else's punching range, and so all you do is you just trade shots. And of course, there's more Gators you just punch. Oh, and that hawk came out of nowhere. I like how Mr. Big has trained hawks that are just trying to seek out your eyes. Ugh. Billy. God. Can we just ask France for a refund of the Louisiana Purchase or something? I hate this game. These fucking Gators. I'm skipping ahead. You know what? Fuck it. Oh, this guy. Yeah, this gigantic Stone Cold Steve Austin looking guy. I beat a vest off him. And you know, this guy, all he does is he no-sells everything you do. You can't hurt him. All you gotta do is swift kick him in the balls, and hopefully you get lucky and he'll fall down. Try to drop kick him. That's your main strategy. You just gotta try to drop kick like some kind of Cirque du Soleil acrobat, and then get suplexed. And then Billy has this delayed reaction to the suplex where he finally gets up and decides he's dead. Oh, this is where it gets really hard. If you thought maybe that you could take this game before, if you thought, oh, maybe this isn't so hard, no, it just sucks. Now, see, this is where it really gets hard, because now you start fighting multiple versions of this guy. This is one boss, and now he's got me in the corner and he's cheesing me. I can't stop him. I'm trying to drop kick, he catches me, suplex. Oh. What is with this guy? I'm just hoping I beat a turkey out of his ass so I can eat it. Billy, come on, you fucking pussy. This guy is easier to kill than the crocodile hunter. Oh, you're going straight to hell for that one! Oh, okay, and now the driving stages. Now, in case you manage not to slit your wrists in horror, and if by some reason you're some kind of master at the game, and you manage to make it this far, welcome to your hell. Because the driving stage, this is so bad. Apparently, Mr. Big has this fleet of cars, airplanes, and attack helicopters who do nothing but patrol the roads of Louisiana, seeking out your Jeep, where they will drop bombs on you. And they'll also try to go in reverse and back into you in an effort to kill you. And not only that, the mile markers on the side of the road kill you, and you retaliate by having twin shotguns mounted in your hood, and you lob hand grenades upward out the window to hit airplanes. You know, I'm actually doing pretty well at this, in that I've played this forever as a kid, so I kind of have like this muscle memory. But you know, if you're not familiar with this, just look how long this is going on. Yeah, that's what this game was missing. Ridge Racer. You can't even try to suss out, you know, where these Jeeps are coming from because you're too busy turning. You can't avoid them, and so they'll just back into you. There's no evasive action here. You're just gonna get creamed. I actually owned this game as a kid, and I don't know why I played it so much, because it was so hard. I guess maybe there was no internet to warn you. You know, you rolled the dice, you took your chances. And, you know, you figure if you paid $50 for a game, or you made your mom pay $50 for this game, but, you know, goddamn it, you were going to try to finish this thing, no matter what. I don't know how I got as far as that. I think this was about as far as I ever got. And it just goes on and on. Like, even if you think you could do this, like, oh, this isn't so bad. Oh. There's rocks in the road, too, by the way. Look how far I am in this stage. I'm a quarter of the way through. You have to actually last through this for 4 times as long as I just have. Gotta continue and start the stage over again. So I'm gonna skip to the next stage. Maybe it'll be different here. No! It's more driving! Can you believe this? You gotta do this again! This is a different stage! It's just they swapped out the horizon. That's it. I can't do this. I'm really about to lose it, I swear to God. I mean, where the fuck were the rifles and the hand grenades when I was trying to play through the rest of this game? Look at this. I actually beat this stage. I did beat stage 4, and as a kid I saw this. Stage 5 came up, and I hit the mile marker. And when I got this far, I must have snapped the controller over I hit the... I gotta continue. Yeah, and I should mention that you only have like 3 continues. After that, it's totally game over. You gotta start the game over again. So you have 3 lives. You have to beat the stage in at least 3 lives. If you don't do that, you have to start the stage over again. And if you don't do it in 9 lives, you start the game over again. So the whole game, 9 lives. That's it. You have to beat this whole game. You have to get through the gators, the driving, and everything else you're going to see in this game on 9 lives. Can you... I'm going to hit the mile marker. I stopped. Okay, I pulled out. And look at all these helicopters. Since when did Mr. Big order a fleet of like 60 Apaches? I'm only a third of the way through. I'm not going to make it. I bought this for $3. You know what? Don't do this. This is so bad. Like, you can do anything with $3. Like, you could buy 2 Snickers bars, or just pay someone to punch you in the head. But don't do that. You know. this. I'm just gonna skip ahead to the last stage. Maybe you're gonna see what the last stage looks like. Okay, we're finally. This is at the gates of Mr. Big's mansion. It took us this long. And I don't even want to tell you. There was another driving stage between here and there. And look at these guys. They got guns. The guns. Like, I'm trying to drop kick these guys and maybe beat the guns out of them. But you know what happens as soon as you beat the gun up? They just go and pick it up. Like, you can't do. There's 3 guys with guns. I'm just gonna keep trying. Like, maybe I can get a gun and kill these guys. Oh, no. He's gonna keep shooting me. I can't do this. What else could you do with $3? You could buy bullets and maybe rent out a gun. I don't know. Oh, I'm losing it. What is with it? You can't punch the gun. I just keep trying to get a gun here. He dies again. And of course I'm using an emulator. I had to cheat to get this far. There's no way any sane person. So I finally got a gun. And I finally I got ammo. And yeah, finally these guys are going down. Great. Thank you, God. So now I think I'm like Billy Badass here. I'm going to shoot the next guys who come out. What the hell? The bullet just bounced off his head. What is this? I'm gonna try. Maybe this. I can't believe. What are these guys like? Arnold Schwarzenegger? These like. Did this Rupert guy hire up the Terminator? 3 Terminators with sticks? So I guess I gotta engage these guys in melee combat, just effectively nullifying whatever advantage the gun might have given me. Of course, whenever I get close, they body slam me. Oh, and of course, the Terminator, a bullet bounces off his face, but a bullwhip messes him up. God, this game is like getting raped by Cajun hillbillies.
The Adventures of Bayou.
Stone Cold, that's the bottom line. Bayou Billy sucks.